Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Mic check, mic check. What's crapping?
Oh man, it's good to be back. It's been a minute, bro.
Been a
It's
minute.
been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a couple light years. Glad to be
Yeah,
back in the
man.
studio.
It's good to be back with you here in the manor.
Yeah, we're flying. One man less. Our co-host George. He moved up north, and wish him luck on his business venture out there and
Yeah.
opportunities. And he will be checking in on the show every once in a while
Yeah, for sure. We'll get him via a telephone or
via Skype.
Skype or whatever that is.
All the cool people do.
Yeah. I'm tripping out on this video you got on the TV.
Oh yeah, running a futuristic wallpaper while we run this show. We don't have video, but we have to have something stimulating our ADD minds.
Yes.
While we run this. Why? That'd be cool to have while you're driving, instead of like seeing the stars, just seeing like a zoom in of a galaxy
Yeah.
and like what's going on.
And the freeway looks cool. Like it's like these neon lights lighting up the freeway.
Right.
Like why are those freeways at? Why do we have the same old freeways that had back in the day?
Well, it's just because it's cheap and people are getting paid out, and no one wants to improve civilization.
Yeah. Oh, this is the first time without George. I know George would kind of drive the show a bit. So now we got it's like the car's driving and we're in the back seat.
It's like you take the steering wheel. No, you take it.
Yeah. So
So
we'll do our best, and then we'll just keep it going, and hopefully you guys enjoy the show.
yeah.
Shout out
So
to George.
so what you been up to lately, George? I mean, damn. I mean, you're so used to just saying,
Yeah.
"What's up, George?"
Don't man like that.
We had the little doll right next to him. Have dress up as
A
George.
little Muppet. Shit, I've been working a lot, man. DJing, doing a lot of weddings. So for those who don't know, I DJ as well, and have a full-time job, and it's been crazy, man. It's been crazy, but I'm happy. I love it. I love being busy.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Speaking of, have you just been paying attention to like the news lately and just? I mean, like I know Afghanistan fell a long time ago, but that was very interesting to watch.
Yeah, I don't really watch the news too much,
Me either.
but yeah, I did see what was that, like 3 weeks ago, when they pulled out of Afghanistan.
Yeah. It was just it was weird. We were already pulling out, putting up a front saying, no, everything's great. They're in full control, but in reality, the Taliban and even ISIS now is out there, and they've been running wild that they're even fighting each other while the government was going on.
Yeah, they probably say, you know what, just let them kill each other.
Yeah, that's exactly what it felt like. They felt like, oh well, they'll be fighting each other. Afghanistan will hold up, whoop everybody out, and it didn't work
Yeah.
out like that. It was sad to watch.
Yeah, it's sad, man.
Yeah, it's
Sad
just
all
like,
those people that want a better life, they're just
Yeah.
trapped.
well, they wanted to fight for their life, and you saw people standing outside saying like, we're gonna fight to the last drop of blood, and they couldn't because there was no weapons being dropped off to them, no supplies, no
Yeah.
supply chain, and it just, you can see how fast an army in a country can collapse without supplies.
Yeah.
Like you want to have soldiers, but you also have to have trucks to deliver the gas, to deliver the ammo, to repair the trucks, to repair, to pull the men out, that have been wounded. And there was none of that, and it was like panic. And you even saw people rushing the airport.
In your eyes, that were jumping on the airplane, man. Like,
Yo,
dude,
jumping, they stowed away, and they stayed onto the airplane.
they
and
froze to death, huh?
Yeah, some people fell off. Some people even got stuck into the wheel well. So when they landed, the American maintenance men had to like clean up a lot of blood and guts from the wheel well. It was a sad situation. It was just like how Vietnam played out, if not worse.
Yeah. You know what? That whole thing is a shit show, though. Like,
Yeah.
the way, like, I get like pulling out, I get it, but you could have done it better. Like, if it was me, I would have been, all right, we're gonna pull out, just grab all our stuff. We'll set like a timeline for a month, 2 months, whatever. Get all our equipment, ship it out, get the people we need to get out, and then we're gonna announce we're pulling out.
Yeah, well, the problem was we were doing that. The only problem was we pulled out everything of the airport, and then we realized, oh, there's a lot of people we need to get out. We still need to get out. And then we brought more people in. So it was
Yeah.
like not only like You have to like reset up a perimeter, but people were already at the airport. People were already over the walls climbing, and and there was only like 500 guys to push back thousands of people. And then the Taliban was outside just chilling in the streets.
And then they come in and just
Yeah.
take everything.
And then they blew up and killed some of our soldiers too while it
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
And we couldn't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
Usually we get blown up and we attack and
I don't know, man. Like they're saying they're trying to do a better world. I know the ISIS is another group that supposedly beefs it with the Taliban.
yeah.
So they're probably gonna lose. Fucking, it's gonna be a lot of people dying right
Yeah.
there with them two alone.
Yeah, in a nutshell, what's going to happen is
Yeah.
China was waiting for us to pull out.
China.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're going to build up the roads and make Afghanistan great again, And
They're gonna
that's,
link up with China.
yeah, that's what's going to happen because China already said, we're not going to get caught up in any of their quarrels, and we will acknowledge their government. They just want to build roads on any country they can so they can invest in and
Yeah,
build
like the fast
factories,
tracks.
roads. Yeah.
I didn't know the freaking fast tracks here are owned by Chinese companies. How the hell does that happen, bro?
how
All the
do-
toll roads here in LA are owned by Chinese companies.
Well, tell me why the port of LA is owned by a Chinese company.
Bro, what the fuck?
My sentiments exactly. China runs everything, and India and China are right now battling for like supremacy.
Like the United States should have been done that, but they rather just give
We
stuff
did.
away.
Well, we did, but what happened was you can only hold so much power like that so long. Eventually, other people are gonna like contest you and be one step ahead. Then that's what China's doing. China's taking control of all the technology. They're taking control of the world's manufacturing. So like and now they're the world's leading economy. Like when we make movies, they're not worried about making money over here in the United States now. They want to make money in China, and that's billions of dollars.
Yeah.
So they got a lot of influence, and China's the big boy right now. They're coming
Yeah.
up. So that's what we're looking at now.
Oh,
You know?
hopefully we get cooler with China. The
Well,
whole world just needs to get cool, man. Stop
yeah.
fighting.
Yeah, it's just trade
There's
war.
no point in fighting, man.
It's just-
Everybody needs to be cool. Like Samuel said in Pulp Fiction, bitch, be cool. Like just everybody needs to be cool, man. Like,
Yeah.
Let people be different if they want to be different. Let people believe what they want as long as they don't hurt nobody. I just kind of just cancel all that out.
Yeah.
I just listen to the universe and be like, I just tell the universe, you know what, man, take care of this for me, yeah.
Yeah.
And
You
then
tell me
boom.
we got our own problems at home.
Yeah, yeah.
Sad to say. Have you been watching Netflix lately?
Ah, dude, I haven't even had time to watch. You know what? Only thing I've been watching is not related to Netflix or just a show. You guys want to watch a good show? On Hulu, it's called the Wu-Tang American Saga. You don't have to be a fan of Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
'Cause my girl didn't really know too much about Wu-Tang, and we started watching it last year during the pandemic, and she loved the show. And the second season just came out 2 weeks ago,
Ooh.
so we're on it. It's such a good show.
Cream, get your money.
Yeah,
Dollar bill,
dude,
y'all.
it's an amazing show. Like you don't even have to be a hip hop fan. It's just like a dramatic,
Yeah.
good show, good actors. It's an amazing show.
Yeah, you know what? Shout out to my homeboy Epi. He's in the Batcave group. He's a big Wu-Tang Clan fan. I mean, I remember going to high school, and this dude was all about Jizza, RZA, Ghostface Killer, all like that was him.
Shout
and
out to
I'd be
homeboy.
like, yeah, man, that
You
dude
know-
was real back then.
You know what's cool? Fun fact about the show: the guy that plays RZA, he was actually born in Carson.
No way. What's his name?
I think his name's Ashton something. I can't remember. Something with an A. But yeah, it's the guy that plays RZA in the show.
Oh,
He was
wow.
born in Carson at the UCLA hospital, I believe.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Yeah, because
Shout out to
I looked him up. I looked up his IMDb or whatever. Like
Uh-huh.
I was just like, I wonder if he's been in a lot of movies, and it said born in Carson, California. I was like, what? No way. I don't think he was raised in Carson, but he was born in Carson.
Well, that's cool. Either way, shout out
Yeah.
to homeboy who plays RZA.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I was watching this documentary called Cocaine Cowboys,
Uh-huh.
Kings of Miami. I'm not sure.
Oh, I seen. My girl was watching that the other day.
Woo!
That's pretty cool. I saw some
Fuego.
of it. Yeah, yeah.
Fuego. Let me tell you, do not watch ahead. Watch the beginning first episode. It's
Okay.
got a great story.
What was it called again? Called again?
Cocaine
Cocaine
Cowboys,
Cowboys.
Kings of Miami.
I'll
And
check that out.
yeah, you know what's interesting? Because I grew up. I'm a big '80s kid. Like, I mean, I grew up in the '90s, but I remember the '80s. I was born in '83, and I
Okay.
remember like boat racing in Miami was like a big thing. Like, I grew up
Mhm.
with in the Long Beach Grand Prix, going every year, and I would see like people wearing like it would be like a Seahawk. It'd say Seahawk. It was like a boat racing team, and I remember I would see that it was very popular. Then when I'm watching Cocaine Cowboys, it's about basically two friends are Cuban immigrants, Willie Falcone and Sal Magluta. They they grew up just just regular muchachos in the street, and they were just the cool guys, and they got hooked up into the cocaine.
Uh huh.
In they were slanging just dime bags and nicks, and then it ended up being they started moving up to kilos, and they started a boat racing team. They had a friend that was working on boat racing, was a mechanic for boat races, and they made money while they were racing. They were smuggling cocaine with those boats, and they were bringing cocaine from Colombia to the islands off of Florida, and then using those cigar boats and just boning out and just making a beeline all the way to Florida, and just beating the Coast Guard, like running a gauntlet,
Mhm.
and they were making millions and millions of dollars. Like, they were supporting Miami's community. Like, the drug economy was bringing. They had so many banks in Miami. Like, it was like they had banks that were opened up just for drug
Just for
smuggling.
drug money and shit.
Yeah, drug money. It was so crazy. It was like, when you see Miami Vice
Yeah.
and you see all those boats and you see the glitz and glamour. They're smuggling cocaine, at the airports. They would wear cowboy boots and they would wear like spurs and a cowboy hat and a belt buckle, six shooter, and that's why they called them cocaine cowboys
Mm.
because they had a certain look to them.
Yeah.
And when they were smuggling from Colombia, they had to fly like if you're flying a civilian airplane after
Damn.
so like they had to fly low and they had to fly certain routes and they would burn tires in the jungle and you had to follow the smoke.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like can you imagine that? And
Those were
you
the glory days.
you never graduated high school at all,
You didn't need to.
right? You didn't need to, right? But
I don't know.
that was the 80s back then, Now it's like people are making money off of
I
cryptocurrency
wonder
and
how many of those. Well, maybe it's on the show, but of those people successfully stacked up, invested in a legit business, and maybe they're the owners of the MGM or a
well,
bank or something now.
that's the name of the game. The name of the game is to get in for a little bit and get out. You
Yeah, but
want
a
to
lot of
make
people
it,
can't.
but you can't because that's the thing is you get greedy. You get,
Yeah.
and not only greedy, jealousy plays into this because your partner, and now everybody's maybe sometimes your partner is the face of the business and everybody looks at him like he does it. You can get jealous and sometimes you might set him up or, people get shot like that. So it makes you think like yeah, it's easy money you may think, but it comes with a lot of problems.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And in my family, I've seen it. I've seen how drug dealing and can really destroy families and the people you sell to.
Yeah.
You're destroying their families, and people don't realize it because they see the money.
Yeah.
And you see that now, like
Also, you see that like with all the other off-brand stuff they be selling on the streets, like
hmm
that fentanyl and all that other crap,
yeah.
all that basically poison.
Well, yeah, it's like, you know, when in the 50s it was heroin, and the 60s, 70s it was cocaine, and 80s.
Yeah.
Like, stoners that smoke weed now smoke different weed. I mean, it's grown different, and it's more
Yeah.
potent as opposed to the weed back then. It's like 6%, and now we're at 20%, 15%, 30% weed, and so you look at other drugs and like you figure heroin, the heroin user wants to use something real strong,
Yeah.
and so now what they do is they kick it up with fentanyl.
You know what? You know what? I had this um, thing cross my mind the other day. I was watching YouTube, like, some videos about the homeless in like L.A. and like, all over California right now.
hmm
And so damn, like you know what is like, what do you do? Like, this okay, like there's bums and there's homeless. Like with the homeless people, you can help them get back on their feet. Or they can't work and then they need help. They physically can't work.
Yeah.
They have a condition or whatever. We get that. But then there's bums that just want to do drugs and not do anything. And I was just wondering like how do you help like bums out that they don't want to do anything, they don't want the help, they just want to chill and get everything for free
Well,
and do drugs.
yeah.
And but I was like, you know what? If the world is corrupt like they say it is, if I'm the government, I'm gonna get some people to go take drugs to all these bums and have them all try it, and they're all gonna die. That's how I'm gonna take care of the bums. So if you see bums dying out of nowhere, the government did it.
Well, I mean, here's the thing though.
Microphone drop.
That's how drug dealers, when they're selling heroin and fentanyl, they make more money word of mouth. Is when you hear someone overdosing,
Uh huh.
they want to get that stamp.
Yeah, that's what they want.
Dude, because they know it's powerful.
Damn.
They just know, okay, well, I won't take too much of that.
Yeah.
It's like, what? That's the thinking, like the addict. See, now I don't believe all the people that are addicted are bums, but I believe at somewhere or another they were a person, and someone did them wrong. Sometimes they either just got laid off, and sometimes people just have really bad luck. I mean, I know it. It's just sometimes, no matter what happens, and that's no excuse to do drugs.
Yeah.
But sometimes, you can only take so much of a bad luck streak to eventually you need something to get your mind off of the pain.
Yeah.
Not only the pain, maybe you don't have a family anymore. Maybe like you only had like two uncles. Your mom died, but they never even had kids.
Uh huh.
So now who do you go to? You don't have family.
Yeah. Go to drugs.
You go that's because the streets is your family. That's the way they look at it. Like the people they know that are also hurt. Misery loves company.
Mhm.
That's where the homeless, they hang out with people that are similar, and then sometimes they form groups, crews, cliques, and they form their way of hustling. Like there's another world in that street. Like we see the world when we wake up. The neighborhood. How you doing? You see your neighbors. Hey, how you doing, neighbor?
Yeah.
But they live amongst the city. Like they're like invisible, basically, in front of people. Like people just ignore them. So they know that they can almost do everything in front of you. But like, I'm not saying they're evil or anything, but I'm just saying that that's how they feel. That they're just invisible now to people. That no one cares about them. So like that mentality is very hard to get away from after you've been thinking that for so many years.
Mhm.
And it's hard to get a routine of like remembering the days. Like even just remembering your calendar days. If you're homeless on the streets every day is a Monday, every day is a Wednesday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
You don't. Yeah. You lose track of the days.
You-
Like, what's a Saturday? Like,
you
it's
not
just
only a
another
Saturday,
day.
yeah, you lose track of life. What is life? I used to have people I used to say hi to. I had neighbors. Now my neighbor's a dog. Now my neighbor's some guy who talks to himself. Now my neighbor's a guy who has imaginary friends. Even if you're a guy that wants to be a normal person, but you're like, all right, I'm just gonna live in my car for a little bit, and I'm gonna try to get a job, no matter what. And sometimes those guys still fall in the pitfall of drugs because that's all that's around them. Like I've seen it. Really, I think one thing that we have to look at is like gangs are a big problem because gangs are the guys who sell to the homeless.
Mhm.
Like when you go to Skid Row, it's gang members that have a corner and they slang and they like. There's guys like, come on, man, from your five, from your dime. They're like kicking these guys to the curb. Get the hell out of here. Come back when you got money.
Yeah.
Well, what are you supposed to do if the only way you can feel right is if you get your hit. But the only way to get a hit is to do something for it. Now, if you're a woman, many ways, and it's not very dignified. You lose your dignity and you lose your humanity by that.
Uh-huh.
And the guys do it is also the same way. They're probably stealing. They have to do something that makes them look bad in society, just to get what they want.
Yeah.
That tells you something. They're willing to even be something they don't want to be anymore.
Yep.
And they lose family, and it's just it's not easy like that. That's what they call it chasing the dragon because you're always chasing that next hit. And I honestly think gangs are a real big problem because they sell to the hurting and they sell to those people. It's not like, you know what I mean, Fortune 500 guy or blue collar guy.
Yeah.
We're trying to get ours legally, but it's gangs that, and then if you don't pay them, you owe money, they shoot you.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's like really gangs are a real big problem. You know, like you look in Chicago, they kill like 30 people. They killed 40 people. Like, you know, like when you look at cocaine cowboys, they, you know, it's almost glorified that how they lived, but in reality, they talks about the people that get killed, the people that get involved, that they, you know, the person that they become, the monster they become. You know what I mean? That you become a monster if you're selling, if you're involved in drugs, you're either a predator or you're a prey.
Yeah.
There's nobody in the middle. You
Well,
know?
either way, man, it's a bad thing. So
Yeah.
don't do drugs, cause then you end up in jail, end up dead, or you end up on the
Yeah, be a
streets.
DJ or something. Just play with
Yeah.
music. Why can't you
Be
just?
me.
No, seriously, DJing is awesome. It's like it's great. I mean, not everybody can do it, but even if you do it as a hobby, you're playing music, playing records for people. It's like
Yeah.
music is a great. There's a lot of people that wish they can just hear music and they can't. You know, especially with this pandemic, they can't go
Yeah.
listen to music, live bands. Now we're starting to get back up, but like you know, during this,
Man,
yeah,
I
man,
recommend anybody out there DJ.
yeah,
You know what's cool? Like when you're at home, open up a beer, start
right.
just playing music.
Got some meat on
Yeah.
the grill.
Yep. And then
Yeah,
start, you have the homies come over that also DJ, and it's like
yeah.
everybody's just playing jams and everyone's chilling, having a good time.
Yeah, man. I mean, I remember seen you get those DJ roundtables back in the days. I used to go live on Instagram.
Oh yeah,
That
yeah,
was awesome, man. I used to trip out because I mean, like I can't get out, but that was my way of like still being able to hang out with friends I haven't seen in years,
yeah.
man.
So I
You
gotta bring
know?
that back, man.
Yeah, man. Do it. Bring it back,
Yeah,
man.
just gotta figure out balance between this busy DJ life and then work and about like, dude. I'm so grateful though. I'm busy. I'm like sometimes I'm very very tired, but I'd rather I wouldn't have it any other way, bro.
Yeah. Think about like it's better to be busy. Sometimes I like I'm retired. I'm on SSI, with my arthritis, so I'm at home, and I have to like keep my mind busy. I have to like listen to audiobooks or podcasts.
Yeah.
You have to keep your. I
You
don't
be
get out
working that
much.
brain, bro. You be working that brain.
For a while I kind of took a break, like for a couple months, few months actually.
Yeah.
I literally I took a break from a lot of things. I lost my mom February 2nd,
Yeah.
and
Rest in peace, to your mom, dude.
oh, man, it's been hard ever since, man.
Yeah, I know.
It's very hard, but I know I wouldn't want my mom wouldn't want me sad or depressed. She wants
Yeah.
me to keep doing this. That's why, she bought me those headphones to keep the podcast going,
Keep it
and
going, yeah,
she
man.
would,
Your
and
mom's
that,
a saint, man.
man, she was good, and she taught me the meaning of community, helping people out, making friends that you don't know. But
Yeah.
yeah, also before I forget, also have you been watching any of the
Uh,
rockets going up and
no, I mean, I know I work in a rocket company, but um, no, I mean, to me it just seems repetitive. Like with SpaceX is launching every week, it's nothing new. I knew that they launched some civilians like last week. I don't know, like it just seems like the market right now with space is so.
well the
I guess
reason
because I work in the industry, I just feel
yeah
like, oh, okay, another rocket's launching now.
well
Like,
well
big
well,
deal.
well me as not I won't say a space buff, but I grew up watching a lot of rocket launches with my dad.
Yeah,
He's a big space buff. And but this recent space race got me really interested with all these rocket launches we're able to watch.
yeah,
I think Elon Musk pushing other companies to step their game up. I like it. I like what Virgin Atlantic's doing with their launching. I like the ability to launch from a jet, a rocket,
yeah,
and launch it into space. There's different ways. I'm really interested in also his rocket vehicle to take civilians in space too.
yeah.
I like that as well. I like that he's not just going with a rocket. He's going with an actual ship. That's cool.
Oh yeah, Virgin. Talking
The
about space. Not SpaceX.
Spirit was it Spirit?
Talking about Virgin Galactic.
Virgin Galactic. There you go. Virgin Galactic.
Yeah.
I respect what Mr. Branson's doing. I love
Yeah,
it.
man. Branson's dope, dude. Like, it's an honor to work for him. Uh, it's an honor to work for a company that's under him, and it's cool, man. He's doing that. We're doing the rockets, and
Yeah.
But they do the spaceship, and then and he's doing the hyperloop, which is another badass thing.
right?
So
That's cool.
Branson's dope, man.
See,
I love the guy. I
yeah,
admire him.
we need all these companies. See, like we don't just need SpaceX. We need Virgin, and there's another rocket company,
Blue Origin. with
Blue
the-
Origin. But I think, yeah, I'm not really a Blue Origin fan.
Yeah, because Bezos a fucking douchebag.
Well, yeah, he doesn't really have a passion to go into space. He just wants to go into space.
He's just that rich, nerdy kid that wants to try to be cool like everybody.
You mean Montana Max?
Yeah,
He's
he
like
treats everybody like crap. And
Yeah.
tries to like hide behind the smiles. Like everything he has, he deserves. I'll give him credit for that because
Yeah.
he came from nothing,
Mhm.
which is mad props. But don't be a douche, dude.
Yeah,
Don't treat your employees like slaves. He needs to like knock that fool upside the head.
Well, that's what Elon Musk and Richard Branson said to do.
Yeah,
See-
like dude, Branson is dude. I met him like so many times. He's a fucking sweet dude. He'll talk to you. He's always busy. He's always like, gotta move, gotta move, gotta move. But
He still makes time.
Yeah, he'll make time to talk to you.
And that's cool.
And I've never met Elon, but I heard Elon's a little more like, oh, my time is money, kid. Get out my way.
Yeah.
From homies that I had that worked at SpaceX,
Yeah.
they said when he would come through, he'd come through with a bunch of security guards, and if you got close to him, like I heard a story that one of the homies said that an engineer was trying to talk to him about something, and he told him that, you know, each minute costs me $30,000, so it better be worth it, or something like that. Like just
Hey.
to talk to him, like damn, dude.
That's a dick,
I mean,
yeah.
I get it, but also it's like don't be a dick, you know.
No, I get it. The spectrum.
Yeah, he is. He has Asperger's.
Asperger's. So
It's a funny ass name for
yeah. Well, Asperger's is a condition.
Asperger.
Right. I remember Kevin and Bean used to
Had
talk.
one of those last night. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn. Hey yo.
Hey.
Yeah. Asperger's is a condition where if I have it, my conversations are gonna be a little awkward.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the ability to. I'm just saying, if I had it, I wouldn't have the ability to converse with people. I wouldn't be able to, like after talking with someone with Asperger's, you'd walk away and you'd be like, "What was up with that dude?" Like,
Yeah.
like he doesn't mean that he's like a jerk, but like how he comes off, he thinks that he's just expressing himself.
Yeah.
But like
You know what? It might be when that fool walks into the bar and that fool sees all that data and it's fucking like.
oh yeah,
it-
yeah.
Maybe like someone with Asperger's sees all that data. That's why they kind of go through all the different places. You'll ask them a question about a burger and then they'll come up with like well,
Yeah.
at what temperature is it cooked at? You know, what type of beef is it? You know, in China they use Wagyu beef. You know, like
Yeah.
he'll see all this information on his display.
Everything's coming at him like the
And then
display.
like, bro,
yeah.
I just asked you like hamburgers. You know.
Yeah, I just said, "How was your day, bro?" And you just
Yeah.
like,
So maybe because if you ever see the interviews with Elon, like they'll ask him something like, yes, because you see, quantum physics is
Yeah.
related to that of like, bro, I just asked you when you're gonna launch, you know?
do you remember? Did you ever listen to Kevin and Bean?
Yeah.
Do you remember Doto?
Oh yeah.
Doesn't he sound like Doto?
Yeah. Hey, Kevin Bean.
Hey, Kevin and Bean.
Yeah, Kevin Bean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that's how he is.
Yeah.
But honestly, I've heard many stories. Like I heard he took away the coffee machines from his warehouse. Like he didn't even want anybody making coffee.
Bezos?
No,
Or Elon?
Elon
Oh,
Musk. Like he sleeps in his office. Wherever where he conducts most of his business. He sleeps there sometimes.
Yeah.
Does a lot of coke. And then I recently heard he's separated from Grimes.
Oh yeah.
So now he's going through something. So I'm like, oh damn.
Well, that I don't know homegirl, but she looked like a whole nother
I know. That's just another
spectrum right there in herself.
Yeah, she's doing and he was doing a lot of midnight tweets. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like I wonder
He sold all his property too. I think he has like a smaller house now or something.
who Musk.
Yeah. I saw an article that he sold all his houses.
Yeah, he maybe did that, but he's been buying a lot of Texas property.
I guarantee you, if fucking Elon Musk buys Texas, builds his own city, a SpaceX city, it's gonna look like that. LED freaking roads, LED lights, Tron. Like basically, this road we're looking at looks like Tron, bro. That's what this Elon is gonna do. If he builds a city from the ground up.
Well, yeah, he already has Star City, right?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Star City.
Yeah, Star City. That's like this big ass I've been watching a shout out to Everyday Astronaut and Event Horizon. Everyday Astronaut was like living like on a like on a timeshare or like condo,
Yeah.
like right across from the property, so he was able to watch all the launches, the Starship launches. Damn, that was amazing to watch. Like that's what I was trying to get at is like just watching the rocket launches, how far we've gotten in technology that is it's like nothing to us anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that we have all these other small companies like I forgot it's called something rocket. It's in New Zealand. It's a company, and they launch rockets the size of telephone poles. But they're
Oh,
launching like little micro satellites and
Rocket Lab.
Rocket Lab. There you go,
Yeah,
Rocket
yeah.
Lab.
They
Yeah.
actually have a new company down the street from us.
Oh, they set up over there too.
Yeah, I think there they make like maybe the satellite, and then they take it to New
Oh,
Zealand, and then that's where they launch it.
yeah. And then there's another company that just launched again as well. They might be they're the company that are building the engines to go to the moon, I believe.
Yeah.
And they just launched in Vandenberg, it blew up, I believe.
Oh shit. That
Yeah, it
sucks.
blew up. Yeah. So like I like this because it's like we're in a mini space race. Like everybody's racing for contracts, and this is more jobs.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is why I kind of like this, is because the more competition and the more hype that I mean, like, hey, if you see a rocket launch, share it. Share the hype, promote the hype, because you're going to be promoting jobs in
Yeah.
America.
You know what was tight, bro? My company did the. It was Virgin Galactic, I believe. Actually, our sister company when they
Hmm.
did their last launch
Yeah,
with Branson, when Branson was in the rocket in the spaceship,
yeah,
because the first time they ever launched a few years back, well, the test from the pilot died. It was an accident. So this was the second time,
yeah.
and Branson was one of the passengers.
Oh, yeah,
And
I've seen that,
I
yeah.
saw he posted a picture with Elon. Like he actually went to support him. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, no,
Like I
see,
say, like man, like all these billionaires should just like. Obviously, it's always good to have some competition,
yeah.
but friendly competition, man. Like be
Yeah,
cool with each other and learn from each other. And
yeah, that's what I like about Richard Branson. That's why I said I like Richard Branson and Elon Musk. Elon Musk may be a dick, but he's willing to work with other companies. And
yeah,
even if, Richard Branson showed up and said, "What's up, dog?" He showed up with like a 40, probably a keg of beer.
see,
Crack,
I
you
think
know?
I think Elon is a dick to people he doesn't know, but to the
Yeah.
homies, he's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. No, I
Or
agree.
it's like you gotta be like that because and then people are gonna walk all over you. They're gonna waste your time. It's
Yeah,
like he's
yeah.
doing. Honestly, he is doing a lot of shit, dude. Like he has a lot on his plate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go on to the next, man. That's enough space talk.
Yeah, I know. You know what? Yeah, I'm just gonna see what's gonna be going on with that. Before I forget, also wanted to talk to you about Sirhan Sirhan. He's
Ooh,
eligible for
Sir
parole.
Edward Scissorhands.
Nah, Sirhan, the guy who shot Robert F. Kennedy, JFK's brother.
My ignorance. I thought it was just Kennedy that got shot.
Nah, okay, Kennedy got shot in '63, and his brother always believed that someone it wasn't it, he didn't believe Oswald did it, and he was running for president, and he was picking up a lot of steam. And in 1968, as he was running for president, he spoke in L.A. at the Ambassador Hotel. He gave a speech, and I think he was saying like on to the next city, and he was
Yeah.
walking off the stage and walked into the kitchen. And as he was walking into the kitchen,
Oh, the little map you got.
I got the little map right there. As he walked into the kitchen, someone from the other end, there was another entrance, a guy by the name of Sirhan, and as he pulled out the gun, someone already grabbed his arm. Witnesses say that the gun was not pointed in the direction of Robert F. Kennedy, but he was firing, and he fired fired all the bullets. And after he fired and the dust was cleared, Robert F. Kennedy was shot, killed.
Damn.
There was a Rams player in the crowd. I mean, at the time that was with Robert F. Kennedy. That was like one of his bodyguards,
Mhm.
and he tackled Sirhan to the ground. But one of the guys who was shot from the bullet stated that he didn't even believe that Sirhan killed Robert F. Kennedy. and he believed that there was probably another shooter
Yeah.
because as Kennedy bullets came from the back of his head.
What the hell? That's weird.
Yeah, if the diagram shows that he's walking towards where it says the stainless steel counter. So he was getting ready to make a left and go out. And as he was getting ready to make that left, I believe he was shot. But he was shot from the back of the head.
Mm.
That's crazy. And even Robert F. Kennedy's son said he doesn't know if his involvement, this is pertaining to Sirhan Sirhan, he doesn't know if his involvement in the case will change anything, but he now supports the call for a reinvestigation of the assassination, which is led by a guy named Paul Schrade, who also was shot in the head as he walked behind Kennedy in the pantry and of the Ambassador Hotel. And researcher says, as Sirhan Sirhan was in the front of RFK, yet the kill shots were from behind his head, going upwards about 3 to 4 inches, proving another gunman. So a lot of people say that there was a lot of shenanigans being pulled because there was a woman in a polka dot dress that was witnessed running out of the like an alley and saying, "Oh my God, we just shot him! We just shot him!" And someone goes, "Who did you shoot?" "We just shot Robert F. Kennedy," and ran away. And they're like, "What the hell?" And then they go into the building and they find out that Robert F. Kennedy was shot. And people have and the woman who brought that up, that she saw a woman in a polka dot dress, was interrogating her saying, "You didn't see that. That's not what you saw. I mean, I can fix this right now. Just say you didn't see that."
Yeah.
And they're like, why would, detectives be leaning on witnesses? Anybody who took pictures, their camera was taken, confiscated. And then a lot of pictures were never returned. Some people never even got their photos back. And yeah, it's crazy. And there was, and this is around the time, I believe, Martin Luther King was assassinated as well.
Damn.
Yeah, so the people say it was the government. They didn't want real change. They wanted to keep everything as it was. And Robert F. Kennedy was pissed off after his brother was killed in front of everybody and covered it up. How would you feel?
I'd be mad.
Hell yeah.
I would have done the same thing. I would have ran for president.
And they feared that if he became president, that it wasn't Oswald that did it. And they had to stop it. And it's very interesting because this happened in Los Angeles. Yeah, and they demolished the Ambassador Hotel. It no longer exists anymore.
Damn, because of that or just?
No one really wanted to do anything there anymore. It was the Ambassador Hotel. It had a bad juju.
Bad vibe.
Yeah, bad vibe. So people were like, you know what, we just demolish it. But in a sense, they demolished the crime scene because at the pantry where Kennedy was shot, there was more than, I believe there was supposed to be 6 bullets. Either it was a revolver or it was I forgot what kind of gun it was. But they found 8 bullets when there should have been 6 bullets, I believe. And it was where'd the other bullets come from?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Find it very interesting that they said he's eligible for parole. And
eligible? This mother... Oh, man.
Well, the thing is, like I said, I don't believe Sirhan Sirhan did it.
First of all, what kind of name is Sirhan Sirhan? Is that his real name?
Yeah, Sirhan. Well,
is that his first name, last name, or that's just the first name?
No, it's something Sirhan Sirhan. He has a full name. Everybody knows him as Sirhan Sirhan, but he claimed he shot Robert F. Kennedy because Robert F. Kennedy was supposedly supporting Israel, but at the time, Robert F. Kennedy was supporting Palestinians, the people that Sirhan Sirhan was. So that doesn't make sense. And then in his diary or in some of his personal belongings, Sirhan Sirhan was writing in a journal repeatedly, and hypnotic experts have alluded to saying that that's possibly that he was hypnotized. And
MK Ultra.
Yeah. Yes. And that the defense lawyers they hired a hypnotic expert, a hypnotist, to go to hypnotize Sirhan Sirhan, and they even feel that he was programmed, and that the information that he was programmed, that they blocked it. Like
Mm-hmm.
they're able to like lock in that those instructions, and like if someone were to hypnotize you, they know how to hide it in your brain.
Mm.
It's weird. Like hypnotists can tell if someone else has been like either they're susceptible to hypnotism or that they've been hypnotized before.
Mm-hmm.
And they say that his obsessiveness with writing like stuff like is showing that he probably at one time, because he doesn't remember being in the pantry. He
Yeah.
remembers being there, but he doesn't remember anything after the shooting. I mean, like during the shooting, he doesn't remember. Everything's blank, he says.
Mm-hmm.
But he remembers waking up being tackled, and they're like, "Oh shit, what the hell am I doing here?" But he remembers like a polka dot, a lady in a polka dot dress leading him to the pantry,
Mm.
and that's always been his story. And some witness that had nothing to do with him said that there was a lady in a polka dot dress. So I think there's something to that. And I mean, we may know, we may not know, because if they let him out in the public, someone might kill him.
Yeah. As soon as he walks out.
Yeah, because there's people that actually believe he did it. And the Kennedy family was really loved by America, and there's a lot of old figure. You know, if he ever gets out, I'm gonna get this guy too.
Is any of the Kennedy family like still like are they current on anything like
Yeah,
politics?
yeah. Well, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was he's against, he's not against, but he's been raising. He's been speaking out against the vaccine companies. I'm not saying that they make stuff to kill us, but there's been some reactions, and he's been trying to bring that out to light. Like we need to focus on releasing safer medication, and even though there has been a few reactions, it can be cut down more.
Yeah.
We need to focus on that.
Yeah.
Not releasing something that, oh well, only 100 people get hurt.
Like I feel like it would have been better to wait a little bit. Like luckily nothing has happened to me. Knock on your
Yeah.
couch.
Yep.
But one thing I don't like is how they're pushing it so much. I feel it should be your choice, man. Like I'm not against it. I'm not for it.
Hmm.
Whatever you want for it. Like I
Yeah.
got it. My family got it.
Yeah.
And to me, I feel safe taking it, and I
Yeah.
feel safe. But if you fear taking it, you think that you're gonna die, or you think whatever you want to think, you shouldn't have to take it. It shouldn't be against your
Yeah.
will.
I mean,
And you shouldn't be threatened at your job to lose your job. And it's like a lot of people are saying, "Well, I'm not gonna take it. Fuck that." But then, like, once your job lets you go and you gotta pay bills and you got no other way to fucking live, you're gonna end up taking it. So,
yeah, and it's like it's either that or start an OnlyFans account.
yeah, and then
You know?
and later on, the OnlyFans is gonna be like, "Oh, if you're not vaccinated."
I mean, I find it interesting, when it says like, if you got vaccinated, but now they're blaming people that aren't vaccinated. Oh yeah, you're the one. It's like, wait a minute, but you're
So
covered.
stupid.
You're covered. But that's the point of having a vaccine. Then
Yeah.
maybe it's not a vaccine.
There's a lot of misinformation, bro. Like on both sides.
Honestly, I just think they probably cut the dose down. Like, remember when they first said it's going to be one dose and it
Yeah.
was two? What happened was they didn't realize how many doses they're going to have to make, and they had to, like, cut it down to spread it to make more. And that's what they're saying, okay, we're going to have to take this, and now it's going to be a booster because they've been diluted each time. They diluted it.
Yeah.
And I think originally they were supposed to give us a full dose,
Yeah.
but they diluted to make more shots so that everybody can get. And I think that's kind of this is my opinion. There's no science to this, but I think it's getting diluted instead of
Yeah.
getting the whole shot, and that's maybe it's like strengthening the variants. Like some of these diseases are branching out and getting stronger because we're not giving it the full dose.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Who
don't.
knows? But
Who knows?
at the end of the day, your body, your choice.
Yeah,
Do what you want to do.
And I just think everybody's coming at each other, and it's
yeah.
like,
It's like just everybody be cool, man. Like
Yeah.
Sam said, like Samuel L. Jackson said, you want to do it, do it. Like I did it. Cool.
Mhm.
If you don't want to do it, don't do it. I don't care.
yeah,
Like if I die because I took it, well, that's on me. If you die because you didn't take it, that's on you.
yeah, and
At least it's not in my hands.
yeah.
My death is not on your hands, or your death is not on my hands.
What everybody should be focusing on is eating local, supporting local businesses, supporting your friends with the hustle. If your
Supporting
friend
the podcast.
plug, but like anybody who has an ambition that is in your community, shoot them a few bones. You know, buy something that buy one of their products. You know,
Yeah, man.
download one of their songs. You know, that's
Support
the
their OnlyFans,
that
man.
yeah, support their only. I mean, it's sad. I mean, not sad. I mean, not sad to say if people
Yeah.
have to, if that's what how the
Look,
economy's hurting.
if
But
we have any lady listeners that have OnlyFans, shoot us
yeah,
your
yeah,
page.
shoot us your page. We'll
We'll
promote you.
it. Shoot us at promo. We'll promote it.
Yeah, we got you. You know,
we
if
got
you
you,
need
yeah.
artwork, we'll hook you up.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
Do your thing, girl.
everybody. You know, if you're an artist, you know, dudes,
Girls and
artists. You know, yeah, you make music, whatever. You know that. Yeah. So you know, it's like that's how we're gonna get out of this pandemic is keeping our money in the community, buying. You know, not using the Grubhub too much, but actually going in and order, picking it up. You know, like that's how you're gonna help the community keep the money stay. You know, keep it staying in the community in the neighborhood. You know.
Yeah.
That's how I think that's how we're gonna get out of this, guys.
It will, man. Hopefully, things will look better on the other side of that road,
Right?
other side of that mountain.
Yeah, you know.
Let's go ahead and wrap things up.
Yeah,
we got like
yeah.
an hour show. That's really good for us. We did pretty good without George.
Yeah, you
We
know.
don't need you, man. If
Yeah.
you're listening, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know.
We miss you, man.
I know, right? The castle's burning and shit.
What a
but no, we're
selfish,
doing all
what a
right.
selfish guy, huh? Oh, he goes to up north to worry about his career, his life. So what about us?
Nah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, man. Hey, you know what? Chase that dream, man. That's the
for real.
American dream.
Yeah. No, I do the same, man.
Heck
We
yeah.
love you, George, man. Wish you the best.
Heck
Miss you.
yeah, George, man. You know what? Hey, some more pointers to be on the to be a better producer.
Yeah. We need like you're the brains of the operation. And he's like the second brains, and I'm just like
Yeah, he was like the babysitter. We were the two kids acting
Yeah.
up in class.
you're the kid in the front seat. I'm the kid in the back seat.
Yeah, I know, huh?
But just wanna tell everybody thank you for listening to the show. We appreciate you guys. We'll try to once my on my end I get a little more freed up. We'll try to do this more often.
Yeah, no. Whenever we can, and we'll bring another good show, and keep listening and keep an eye out in the Batcave for more articles and stuff. You know, things that we talk about, we'll be posting it in the group.
For sure.
So yeah.
All right. Well, you guys have a good, wonderful afternoon, night, morning, and we'll talk to you guys again soon.
All right.
Peace.
Late.